So, first of all, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sketch.
I'm gonna make you some questions that it's coming from me,
Okay.
and another words from my brother.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna apologize for my pronunciation. I'm still learning English, so.
Oh, don't worry. If I knew how to speak Spanish, I would do Spanish. I know un poquito español,
Oh, dear.
but I need to learn more. Yeah.
All right. I wanna ask you, like, seriously, how you doing? How you feel?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Today I was stressed out. I was worried about the event and making sure everything went well. But now that I'm here, I feel comfortable, which is like, that's the anxiety you feel.
Yeah.
You're like worried everything is gonna go good, then you get there and it works out and it's like, oh, okay, you can relax.
Tell us about this. What's this?
So the Beat Lab is, BEAT stands for Business, Entertainment, Arts, and Technology. And that is the new STEM for creatives. So in school, science, technology, engineering, and math, a lot of those subjects, students may not be interested in it. Maybe they're creative and they want to do music, they want to do video, design, DJing. And so our BEAT framework is customized to show them how to develop their creative talents and then turn it into money, right?
Yeah.
So you coming here, you knowing how to use the equipment. You're using regular iPhones, but then you're leveraging online software like DaVinci Resolve, and then we bring in Canva, which can help. So all of these tools now are free for students, and we want to just help them develop and bring it into the schools so that they have access to this equipment during the day.
I mean, everyone can join?
Yeah, so really, in the schools, we have programs in elementary, middle school, and high school, but we do have a program through LMU for adults that want to get a certificate in entrepreneurship. And then we have adult classes that we're going to do for whether it's teachers, whether it's employees of the city, county, or just even parents of the schools or family of the schools.
And where can we find you?
So musictotheears.org is the website for Music to the Ears. Academicsbeatlab.com is the site for academics. And just for context, Music to the Ears is the nonprofit. Okay. So that is a 501c3. Music to the Ears traditionally delivers programs to libraries, schools, and communities. Academics builds the infrastructure for whether it's TV networks, whether it's the BEAT framework, whether it's the curriculum for entrepreneurship training. So think of academics as like the global industry partner and Music to the Ears as a community partner.
I really like to ask you something. Why did you start this?
I started this because my mom told me when I was, how old are you? 14. When I was 12 years old, my mom told me nobody's gonna pay you to play that rap music. And I just wanted to be a DJ. I wasn't thinking about getting paid. And so she introduced me to a concept that stood out, which is being an entrepreneur and making things happen. Fast forward, I've been able to live an amazing life doing the arts. So when she said nobody's gonna pay you to play that rap music, she was wrong. I've actually done pretty good. And so I want to build a platform so that no parent ever tells a student, no one is gonna pay you to be on social media. No one is gonna pay you to play that rap music. Why are you using an iPhone camera? No one is gonna pay you to make videos. Those are all lies. And so instead of being upset that it's a lie, I wanted to do something about it. And that's why we started these organizations and built these spaces.
And how did you start it? Like, even if your own family told you that, oh no, it's not gonna happen, that you're not gonna get paid of doing what you love. How did you start it?
So again, I was your age. In high school, I got my first pair of turntables. I used to wash cars to save up money. And then when I graduated high school, my mom, because she didn't believe in DJing, she kicked me out of the house when I was 18. So 3 weeks after I graduated high school, I was homeless. And then 3 years later, I bought a house. And so my journey literally started from people telling me it couldn't happen, but then me wanting to make a way, understanding the economics, being determined, being focused, practicing. And so here we are decades later, and then I've been able to have a good career in entertainment, thank goodness. And I'm taking all of that knowledge, resources, and tools to then build infrastructure for future generations.
I can imagine it was hard, but I think, and that's what I'm thinking right now, it was even more harder because of the technology. Because it's not the same technology that you got right now from the moment that you start, right?
Yeah. But as a DJ, the technology was super simple. 2 turntables, a mixer, speakers. But regardless of the technology, it taught me something, which is things change. Music changes, the equipment quality upgrades, mixers change, but I take those simple fundamentals of just understanding how things work, and then even as things grow, I want to learn how those things work too. So migrating from the analog to the digital for a lot of DJs has made it possible for them to continue to DJ, because if it wasn't for programs like Serato, which is what DJs use, they're not taking 1,000 records on a plane. They would overcharge you. Can you imagine how much it would cost in luggage? Or even losing records, stealing records, records breaking. And so now with the technology, it adds to the career, it adds to the creativity, and then it is an easier entry point for future generations, because instead of needing $3,000 to get some turntables, you can buy an $80 controller, connect it to your laptop, and at least start learning the fundamentals.
I can imagine it was moments when you saw your job, your future, or your dream, and you start thinking, well, I don't see any improvement. Maybe I should give up, or maybe I should start another day. Maybe I should try another week. But what if it doesn't work? Because that's something that happened to me. I really love video production. I tried my hardest. For some family issues, I couldn't continue my studies, but on my own, with my own money, with my own job, I just keep doing what I love. But there's some times that I feel like, I don't know if it is gonna work, I don't know if I'm gonna get paid for this, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. So what's an advice that you can give me? So
have you ever seen those surfers in a competition and it looks like the wave is going to crash on them and they're barely make it out? That's a lot of times the path of a creative. For me, I never thought about anything else, but also I didn't choose between work or between creativity. I did both. So I had a day job, but then I did the art at nighttime, right? It's almost like the day job becomes the sponsor for your creative artwork. But another thing that I appreciate is, because my mom says she wouldn't help me buy the equipment and I had to get the money, I got introduced to the economics of it early. So I knew how to make the money. My first gigs, I was getting paid. As soon as I started DJing, I was getting paid. So even when I look back at old invoices from decades ago, I was still making $600 over 25 years ago, DJing.
Wow.
So I would just encourage you to have the confidence knowing that even though people may not get it, when you think of an investment, we have to invest in ourselves, right? When you think about the path to wealth typically is through business, through real estate, or the stock market. But if you don't have money to invest in the stock market, real estate, or business, what can you invest in? Yourself. And so if you make the investment in yourself and you keep going, it will work out.
I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
So there's some questions that my brother gave me.
Okay.
The first was, how do you get your name?
Sketch. Oh, so Sketch spelled S-C-E-T-C-H. I got it when I was in middle school, and it stands for successfully conquers everything that challenges him. And I don't know what made me think about it, but like when I thought about the name, that's the name that I like. And typically when you spell Sketch, you spell it with the K. I didn't even know I was spelling it wrong for the first couple of years. But once I knew, I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to keep it with the C.
Yeah, it
so
looks
that's
nice.
how I got the name. Yep.
Okay. The second question is, have you worked with famous artists?
Yes.
Like rappers and all that?
Yes.
Could you name some of them?
On camera, who can I name?
On camera, you say.
On camera, I've worked with a lot of artists that people love today and some of the legends. Some of my highlights is I've been to Michael Jackson's ranch, I've been to Magic Johnson's house, and I've been to Prince's house.
Okay.
So imagine all the other entertainers and athletes and people in between that. So to this generation, maybe Prince and Michael Jackson don't mean as much, but to my generation, they mean a lot, right? And of course, Magic Johnson is a legend in LA. But yeah, some of the younger people, I'll tell you off camera, but not on camera.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I consider myself a creative.
A creative.
So even though I started as a DJ, I started producing events, then I started producing campaigns, then I started doing marketing, and now what I do is I oversee 2 separate organizations with different teams, and sometimes we're doing the business, sometimes we're doing the administrative, and sometimes we're having fun. So I don't think a DJ fits what I do or a producer, but I'm a creative, and so whether it's me applying that creativity to music, events, and entertainment, or even applying it to curriculum or to pathways like this digital media pathway, we get to showcase our skills that our parents said wouldn't mean anything. Like the visual director that you met, Fado, he used to be a graffiti artist, right? And he would get in trouble for tagging on the walls. Now he is doing multi-million-dollar campaigns, right, for all the big studios. And so I'm just excited to have lived through a time where they said it couldn't happen, but now we're showing them it can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I want to provide that inspiration to your generation to know it can happen, and you don't have to wait, right? It can happen right now.
Yeah, you can do it by yourself.
Absolutely.
You can start it by yourself.
You can start it by yourself, but you can also build your own community, right? So I realized that I can do anything, but I can't do everything.
Oh yeah.
And so even with our team, I do appreciate the fact that someone is doing the video, someone is doing the design, someone is doing the music, someone is doing the administrative, someone is doing the business, and then we get to work together as a team.
But even the people who really like to join, they can join you on the page, you say, right?
So right now we have music to the ears and academics, but once we have the infrastructure in place for K through 12, we will start to have more programs for adults. Right now, our main adult program is through Loyola Marymount University Extension, and it is the Certificate in Creative Entrepreneurship for the entertainment industry. So anyone over 18 can join that program, and we focus on showing them how to take an idea or take a talent and turn it into a career.
You got any social media so that people can look at it?
Here's the funny thing.
Okay.
I am not on traditional social media channels myself. Primarily, I'm on LinkedIn. So if you go to LinkedIn under Sketch, SCETCH, you can find me.
They're gonna find you.
Music to the Ears and Academics, they do have social media accounts. But 35 years from now, when I'm telling you like I was on MySpace, it's gonna look dated. So even LinkedIn might be dated, but right now that's where I'm located. Or they can go to sketch.me, SCETCH.me, and then I have my music, old events, old mixtapes, everything in that site.
You got any advice for my brother or the people who's gonna watch you?
Well, my advice is believe in yourself.
No matter what.
No matter what. And things take time, right? If you look at a tree that you plant, when you put the seeds in, you don't come back the next day and see flowers. It takes time. And so don't let the time that it takes be a deterrent. Know that all good things take time. And then when you look back, as long as you're making progress every day, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, you know what, 2 years from now, I was doing that, but now I'm here. So that's my advice. And then if you need more inspiration, that's why we have this space, right? We want it to be open so that maybe today you're super shy, but then a year from now, or like in a couple of weeks, you might be running the cameras, right? I want to invite you to come and show the students how to run the cameras, right? We want to build a community so that you can share your story with the students here too. So we're building one big family of academics, whether you're a student or whether you're a teacher, you're a learner of life.
I love it, for sure.
Cool.
I really love your time, because I know we're taking your time.
Oh, no. I'm sorry it took this long, but I'm glad we were able to sit down, and I'm excited to see the finished product too. For sure.
I'll give you the link, I'll give you all the info.
Okay.
So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Sketch.
Manny. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was cool. That's my first interview here, ever.
Really?
I never had an interview.
Oh, just serious?